Hello, and welcome to English Podcast with Missy. Here we learn English for real life. Clear, slow, and simple. Let's learn English together. Are you ready? Let's begin. Hello, my dear friends. It's Missy here. Welcome back to our cozy English corner. Thank you for being here with me today. I know your day may be full of tasks. I know your mind may still be busy with many thoughts. So let us slow down together. Let us take this time just for listening, breathing, and learning. Today's story is called Getting Lost in the City. It is a story about a day when plans were changed, when directions were misunderstood, and when help was given by kind strangers. As you listen, you will hear many sentences in the past simple passive voice. Do not worry about memorizing them right now. Just notice how they sound. Let the language feel natural. Now, make yourself comfortable. Take a soft breath in and let it out slowly. Let's begin. That morning, everything was prepared with care. The alarm was set early. The curtains were opened and sunlight was welcomed into the room. A warm shower was taken and fresh clothes were chosen. My bag was checked twice to make sure nothing was forgotten. Inside my bag, important things were placed carefully. My notebook was packed. My pen was added. My phone was fully charged. A meeting was scheduled at a new office in the city center. The address was written clearly on the first page of my notebook. Breakfast was eaten quickly but peacefully. Coffee was enjoyed while looking out the window. At that moment, confidence was felt. The day seemed simple. The plan seemed clear. Before leaving, the door was locked and the stairs were walked down quietly. Outside, the city was already awake. At the bus stop, many people were gathered. Some faces looked tired. Others looked focused. Phones were held and messages were typed. Soon, the bus was seen coming from far away. When it arrived, the doors were opened and everyone slowly stepped inside. A seat near the window was chosen. The bus was filled with the sound of the engine and soft conversations. As the bus moved, the city was watched carefully. Tall buildings were passed. Busy streets were crossed. Stops were announced one by one. Some names were recognized. Others were ignored. At one stop, an announcement was made too quickly. The words were spoken softly and not very clearly. My ears tried to listen. My mind tried to decide. Before enough time was given to think, the bus was stopped and the doors were opened again. People were pushed gently toward the exit. And then, a mistake was made. I stepped off the bus. At first, nothing seemed wrong. But then the surroundings were noticed. The street was narrower. The buildings were older. The area was quieter than expected. My notebook was opened again. The address was read slowly. A cold feeling was felt inside. This was not the right place. The bus was already gone. The sound of it was fading into the distance. For a moment, movement was stopped. Thoughts were racing in my mind. What should be done? Where should I go? My phone was taken out quickly. The map was opened, but the signal was lost. No connection was found. That was when worry was fully felt. I stood on the sidewalk. People were walking past me. Some were in a hurry. Some were laughing. Some were talking on their phones. but I felt alone. Time was passing, and the meeting time was remembered again. My hands felt cold. My shoulders felt heavy. A deep breath was taken. Panic was pushed away gently. This problem can be solved, I told myself, step by step. Street signs were searched for helpful words. Shops were looked at, hoping something familiar would be found. But nothing was recognized. Finally, a decision was made. Help was needed. A small cafe was seen on the corner of the street. Warm light was shining from inside. The door was opened, and the smell of coffee was welcomed. Inside, calm music was played softly. People were sitting, reading or working quietly. I walked to the counter. A greeting was given politely. My voice was soft, but my question was asked clearly. The address was shown in my notebook. The barista looked at it carefully. Then understanding was shown on their face. "Oh," they said kindly, "you are quite far from that place." The words were not spoken with judgment. They were spoken with care. Relief was felt immediately. A pen was taken and a small map was drawn on paper. Directions were explained slowly. Important turns were pointed out clearly. Before leaving, encouragement was given. "You will get there," I was told with a smile. Gratitude was felt deeply. Outside the cafe, the paper was held carefully. The first street was followed exactly as shown. The second turn was taken slowly. Mistakes were almost made, but the map was checked again and again. As I walked, something interesting happened. The city felt calmer. Details were noticed that had been missed before. Old doors were admired. Small gardens were seen beside houses. The sound of the city felt softer. Even though I was late, a strange peace was felt. Being lost was no longer feared. After a long walk, the correct building was finally found. The entrance was entered quietly. The elevator was taken up. When the meeting room was opened, all eyes were turned toward me. An apology was given sincerely. The situation was explained simply. Understanding was shown by others. No anger was felt. The meeting was continued. Later, when the day was finished, reflection was needed. After everything was finished, a quiet moment was taken to think about the day. The meeting was completed, but the experience was not forgotten. At first, being lost was seen as a problem. Time was wasted. The plan was broken. Confidence was shaken. But when the day was remembered carefully, a different meaning was found. Being lost was not caused by carelessness. It was created by misunderstanding and rushing. And from that, an important lesson was learned. The city was not meant to be rushed through. It was meant to be explored slowly. When the bus was missed and the wrong stop was chosen, a new path was opened. Small streets were discovered. Quiet corners were noticed. Moments of calm were experienced in the middle of noise. Kindness was given by a stranger. Help was offered without judgment. Patience was shown without being asked. That kindness was remembered more clearly than the mistake itself. It was also realized that control is not always kept. Plans are not always followed. And that is not failure. Sometimes direction is lost, so awareness can be gained. Fear was felt, but it was faced. Embarrassment was expected, but understanding was received. In the end, being lost was accepted, and peace was found. That day, a destination was reached, but something more important was gained. Trust was built in the city, in other people, and in myself. And that lesson was carried forward long after the streets were left behind. Now let's gently review the grammar you heard today. Why use the passive voice? We use the passive voice when the action is more important than the person. The doer is unknown or not important. Form. Subject plus was slash were plus past participle. The bus was stopped. A mistake was made. Help was given. Directions were explained. Thank you, my dear friends, for walking through this story with me. If you ever feel lost, in a city, in a new place, or even in your own thoughts, remember this. Being lost does not mean failing. Sometimes it simply means learning. I hope this story helped you feel calm, confident, and a little more comfortable with English. Until next time, be gentle with yourself. Trust the journey and keep learning, one quiet step at a time. This is Missy, signing off from our cozy English corner.